Hello and welcome back. Heir of Tzeentch here, and we are about to try and change the ways of the people of Frozen Landing. They really need to be invaded, in case you didn't know it. So, magical attacks, isn't that everyone in our army? That's such a pointless banner. So, let's go ahead and begin this fight. Oh wow, there's already a tower right there. That's fantastic. Freaking love that. Sorry, I accidentally just screwed up the move order here too. Alright. Clicked the wrong crap. So, yeah, welcome back. Sorry that I'm having a little bit of a rough start here because I'm trying to control the battle live. Yeah, welcome back to the campaign. We're going to get this battle underway without any further ado. I did get to see some of your comments. I'll be reading through some of those as we go. So you'll have to be patient with me as I get things started. I won't really be able to read the comments immediately, but we will get to them. I don't want them along the wall. Oh my gosh, that's annoying. Look at that! Like, I'm way out here. It's so hard to maneuver sometimes in these. They gotta clean a little bit of that up, because you can put units up along a wall and it sometimes just extends way too far from where it belongs. I'm gonna go up here and wreck that archer unit. Everybody else is just sitting still. Flamers. Alright, yeah, let's get our flamers. Move up the hill. Basically just gonna put an immediate melee assault into the Kislevites as I think we can. And I think there's very little they can do to stop me. I do see a tower trying to come up over here. There's already one up on top. Let's go wreck these crossbows first. And I need my burning chariot here. Okay, we're getting attacked by some different units. Right, I need Krang. Actually, let's ignore that for a minute. Delay that, Krang. Delay those orders. Alright, they're already character sniping. It's really quite infuriating. Charge! Character sniping is very real and very dangerous on this game. They will do it absolutely relentlessly. But we are breaking through. In terms of a melee, I just needed to get my screamers out of this fight. I'm gonna my screamers mobile. Okay, there's a tower up here. Let's go attack that. And where's my burning chariot at? Get all that stuff moving. Okay, well, so far so good. Getting a good breakthrough. AI is falling victim to my huge numbers of Forsaken. Alright, I think we can get Killscribe back up here since we've eliminated some of the archer sniping threat. One of my screamers is not getting extracted properly from that fight and may die as a result. Really frustrating. I love it when you give a unit an order and it just completely and totally ignores it. Maybe they're stuck on mass or something here because screamers do have pretty low mass. And wow, the screen is doing all kinds of weird things with me there too. There's like a trough right there that the camera got stuck in. Okay, plenty of glitchy stuff to start with here. Good thing we got a patch on the way, right, folks? Speaking of, the patch looks good. Well, as far as their intent, we haven't tested it yet, but the intent behind the patch looks good, I should say. So there is good potential. More character sniping going on with Krang. To give them something to think about here. That is not where I summoned that unit, but it is nevertheless where it came in from. Alright, that'll silence that crossbow unit. There's now another tower over here. Let's go get rid of it. There were reinforcements coming. I don't know if they have made it here yet or not. They are working on building yet another tower. The AI seems to have basically infinite defensive supplies from what I've noticed. I'm gonna get the flamers in and just burn this stuff alive. Actually, you know what? There's no need. No need for the flamers there. Just open an infernal gateway on top of those guys and be done with it. Bring Killscribe over here and make a capture. Or burning chariot that way as well. Alright, Kairos gonna get his barrier back. We dealt with the Zargard, which attempted to just fight to the death and may have gotten their wish there.
Run!
Yeah, there is literally one Zarguardsman left, and he just got shot in the face by warp fire. Which is the way I prefer my Zarguard, at least in this campaign. The shot in the face variant. Get rid of that tower, please. And let's get in here and capture this point. There'll be a few stragglers for the Kislevite forces, but they actually didn't have any good answer in melee to my Forsaken, and their defensive positions were poor. So that's why I decided to do this. Normally with Tzeentch, you'd kind of want to sit back and... Look, another tower already built by the time I destroyed that one. We just killed that one by capturing the point, and we should be on the way to a capture there.
This way! On your word!
Alright. I'm going to summon that Exalted Lord of Change. Sorry, wrong button.
Yes.
No! Come on, dang it.
This is right!
Misclicks are starting to drive me crazy here. Alright, we captured that point, so that's another tower out of the way. So that should be the end of the tower nuisance. Now, the AI has other troops out and about. I don't know why we haven't gotten a chain route. There is literally no chance they're pulling this one back, but it's giving them a chance. It's like that scene from Dumb and Dumber. It's like saying something about 1 in a million. So you're saying there's a chance? That's the way the AI is feeling right now. I can see some tattered remnants of what were once forces over here. Let's get the pink horrors to wait on them. Alright, yeah, we got some Cassars down here.
Perish in eldritch flame! Change, deceit, power! The Lord of the Sky
Get some summons going here just because we can.
The Nine!
Bring in an Exalted Lord of Change. I mean, the power bar ought to be, like, totally tilted against the AI here. They're getting far more favoritism than they deserve. This fight was over long ago. They have absolutely no business left in a fight. How do they own this tower? Unreal. Let's see if I can use my pink horrors to shoot it down because my flying units are indisposed at the moment. I've got a single Zargard back here and then a Cassar. So yeah, again, I'm not really sure where the win chance is coming from here. And that tower is melting. There we go. I'm gonna get Killscribe to stay and capture this. Alright, that Lord of Change came on in. Haven't even really used much magic. We could probably finish this with Krang. Well, I got too many enemy units in the mix, or friendly units in the mix now. Let's actually pull back out of that with these units. If it's just my single entities up there, then that is less concerned. No, 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 no. You leave. Give you a retreat order. I'd like you to keep it. I understand like one unit gets caught, but I really wish CA would patch this, and it's not just Warhammer 3. It's been like all other games, when a single entity gets caught, it keeps pulling the whole unit back in, and I just don't see the need for that. Why it functions that way. It would be really great to see them make some updates there. How do they... I'm trying to get another tower here. That tower is tied to a different capture point? What? Okay, it's this one down here. How utterly irritating. Of course, their character sniping me right here. Alright, that's going to be the end of that Tsar Guard. And finally, we're seeing the chain route come. It's just that Kislev's ability that keeps them in the fight a little extra before they route. Yeah, that was the only thing holding them there. They are gone. So there's the chain route. Alright, success. We picked up some cash. Quite a few experience, some grimoires. Good important stuff there to occupy. The big question is how long I have before the next Urson Roar interrupts me. And I'm forced to run off to the Chaos Realms. But we've got the Goramundi under our control. That takes away some assets from Kislev.
Marvelous, magical.
So I got Patchy here to help run those guys off. What are we doing? We had that rebellion up here at the city of Splinters. We got attacked on the last turn. Looks like the auto-resolve at least now favors us here. So at least I don't have to mess with that. That is going to do almost nothing. Let's just take the favor. Push these guys back. I mean, we're making some income. City of Splinters is still just going to over and over again rebel, which is really quite frustrating. And it has everything to do with the high amount of other corruption here. That's minus 18 control. And this other chaos corruption. I still feel like the control level is pretty out of balance from corruption in this game. I've mentioned that before, and some people disagreed with me, which is fine. You can have your own opinion there, but I still feel like that the growth and control penalties are kind of out of control when it comes to the corruption, because the corruption is so easy to spread, so slow to remove, and then it's almost permanent later in the game when there's portals everywhere. So it feels like it's a little bit too punitive for my liking. Moment where the northern provinces have arrayed pretty significant force there. I can't really answer them. We are too far south and otherwise too busy at the moment. Hopefully this will get Kislev to lay off us a little bit, but as you can see, they are actually quite powerful despite the fact that Khorne is right here on their doorstep. I don't know, I mean, the AI must be enjoying that endless money, because if this was you attempting the same thing, you would not be successful in it. It's Kislev, you would get absolutely overrun by demon armies, so there is definitely some shenanigans and some cheatery going on there that's helping keep Kislev in a game that they would otherwise not even be remotely in. Need to build up defenses here as best we can. Defenses are going to be our #1 objective. Okay, so Patchy's army. What to do with Patchy's army? Our stuff up north has yet to be attacked, but should I shift Patchy up there? I don't really have enough money to get a whole nother army. I really need to improve the armies that I have. They're not particularly good, but they've just kind of been making it. Haven't had a lot of time to sit around and do any recruitment. And sit around is what I would have to do. Kislev still has forces operating in the area, though none of them are super substantial. I'm trying to think what I would want to switch to here. Ideally, we would want to get some Exalted Pink Horrors, but I think those take like 6 turns. No, it's only 4. The Exalted Pink Horrors do significant missile damage. They are fewer in number, though? No, okay, they're same in number. So we probably want to get the Exalted Pink Horrors rather than just the Pink Horrors. They have more hit points, which should amount to that. Now, Chaos Knights would be a more substantial melee force on the ground, which we could use. Our Screamers are good, though, in terms of mopping up large units, so the Screamers are still very handy. I don't use the Flamers very much, and honestly, this Burning Chariot is not particularly necessary, so I'm kind of thinking, I wonder if I could sling those 2 armies, or those 2 units to Patchy. He's not near enough for me to do so, although I would like to just move those over because they could be potentially handy in his army. I would have to teleport or walk all the way down here at this point, though.
Teleport! Fractals of time!
I'm gonna try it. Saber Mountain, it's pretty well defended. So are a lot of our other places back here. Blizzard Peak is really our weak spot. Oh, look at that. The northern provinces have already pushed up here into Troll Country, so we have to deal with them soon, too. Wow, it's an active map right now. Quite active. Oh, boy. All right, well, I'm going to end this turn. Let's see what we can do here. Research rate, control +4. Let's do that. Let me get to some of your comments while we're at it. So, Francesco says, great battle air, loving the pastel as always. Well, thank you, Francesco. I'm glad you are enjoying the series. I am having a lot of fun making it. I do apologize that I still haven't had time to get back to the cinematic battles. I will attempt to do so once I get settled back into a schedule groove. I'm really not back into a schedule groove yet, as you may have noticed when it comes to my uploads. Melee attack when fighting Nerdless factions, missile strength when fighting. Missile is always going to be better for us. City of Splinters got re-sieged by the same rabble that we just defeated. Because why defeat it once when you can defeat it twice? Right, the City of Splinters is actually not heading further towards Rebellion for a single turn. And I wonder if that's because it's starting to drop some, like our penalties. That's great, it's good to see. Because we have less corruption from those other factions around. What's going on up here with the northern provinces? Need you all to fight these guys. Did they just siege my settlement? No, those are just characters. The northern provinces.
Enter then. Are you after a drink, a
Aggression
fist fight,
Pact.
or both?
Oh, what was this? What was this? Defensive Alliance. There we go.
I submit.
I'm gonna get some of these factions.
Always ready for a headbutting contest.
On my side. Some of them may already be.
Destruction for all!
Coordination targets. Select. I'm gonna give them a target.
Slaughter the sheep! Marauders all!
Same thing here. Actually, we don't even have enough influence to select a target there. Alright, whatever. Hopefully get some of them active. Some of them are allies of me, and hopefully they'll get a little more active up there in terms of deterring. Really? Oh, we're not in that teleport. I was like, how come we can't teleport? I'm gonna teleport through here, trade some of those units over to Patchy. That way they're not wasted. And now that I have a little bit of cash on hand, well, actually I can't begin the recruiting process until those other units show up. It's frustrating. Is what it is. Yeah, not much I can do about it. I'm just gonna save some money for that recruiting process, and then I'll begin building more as soon as I get that settled. So we probably just need to end a couple of turns. Kairos, though, picks up some skills. He's at 46, and 50 is going to be the max. One of the biggest things I'm excited about is mods, and they did announce that there will be workshop support coming once we get this next update. So that's really going to be great, and I think it will fix a lot of the issues for a lot of people, because mods can do a whole bunch of things that essentially, let's see, leadership, missile resistance, and armor for Furies. But it also includes Screamers. So that would be handy because we have a fair number of Screamers. This one is hitting the Forsaken. We don't have one on Horrors. The Horrors get speed, missile resistance, and leadership. Sure, why not? Let's go for it. We haven't finished Lightning Strike either, and we probably ought to do that with the rest of our skill points. This boon's a change. A huge deal. But we could still pick it up at the end. We'll see. Let's see. Let's improve Fireball, because that's a pretty helpful spell in a lot of situations. We are not going to move yet. There's a bunch of buildings we could build, but I'm going to hold off because I'm trying to get some money for some recruiting. Let's go ahead and hit another comment here. Pause says, "Hey Air, I'm pretty sure any provincial capital removes the traits gained from the Chaos Realms. As you upgrade them, they have a higher chance of removing those traits." I believe you're right to an extent, maybe totally. Let me look. I did notice this after doing some playing. You can see here, like, these provincial capitals do not. But the ones that are of the different chain over here, it's like these ones that we can build up higher, they do. But I'm not sure that upgrading it plays any difference. See, it starts off at 50% and stays at 50%. Yeah, it doesn't upgrade it. However, at least at the moment, you can build this building, and I don't know if this one counts as an additional 50% to make like 100% or not. I don't know whether that stacks with the two, but you are correct in the sense that these dimensional nexus buildings do help remove it. The other type of building does not. For most factions, though, the provincial capital will help remove it. So, again, when I said I agree and disagree, it's because, for the general speaking, yes, you are correct. There is a few exceptions in the case of our faction at the moment to that, but yeah, as a general rule, that is accurate. The way that's going to work. So thanks for the reminder. I do appreciate it, because I did forget that at that time, and I have forgotten it multiple other times.
Soon we will rise up.
So I probably did deserve and need a reminder. I know what the Fortress of Eyes got here. Pretty decent defense, but I mean, these are some large Kislev armies. Or sorry, Cathay armies. They are suffering attrition at the moment, though, which is nice. What do we do from a changing of ways standpoint? We finished some tech research, by the way. Force Wars. Force War would actually be really good, because then maybe we could force a war between some of these. Well, they're already at war. Yeah, dang. Hang on. Let's look at our other changing of the ways, see if there's changing the ways. Halt faction. All characters in a faction have their movement halted for a turn. You could do that to Northern Provinces just for fun. Don't get to use it again for 7 turn. Open gates, break alliance, transfer, give a war coordination target. Now, that could be interesting right there. Then force war. What's this at in the tech tree? Way of war. Way of fate. Alright, give a war coordination target. Let's actually do that one.
This was
Otherwise, I'm going to save a few grimoires. I don't know what Cathay is going to do. I mean, by all means, they should be attacking me because of who I am and what we represent. You know, thematically speaking. But I don't know if they are going to risk it or not, because the AI is usually a little bit timid as far as that goes. Do a little bit of building there. Damage my building here. In this turn. See what we get. These ogres want a non-aggression pact. I'm actually going to take that. Might be good to try and play them against Cathay at some point. I know I've been putting off doing anything with them, but probably don't want to put that off forever. Well, I just see kind of continual what looks like aggression going to be coming from Cathay. I'm going to push Patchy up here. We're cementing control of this province. It is growing in a decent manner. I'm going to swap some units over. So here I'm going to give over Chariot and the Flamers. Let's do that. And now this army for Patchy is full. It's not an amazing army, but it's an army. And it's allowing us to maintain some income at the moment. We're going to send Patchy back. I wonder if I can portal. I'm going to portal through here. Be trespassing, but I don't really care. Yeah, we'll trespass a little. It's no biggie. Get Kairos back in here, and let's see. As far as other units, we can recruit some knights with lances from allies. It's going to be significant upkeep. Very powerful units, though, in melee. Very powerful in the charge. Now, of our own accord, so we get the knights with lances. They don't have a barrier or anything. I could get some Chaos Knights of Tzeentch, which are overall, you know, a little more better well-rounded in melee, and then they also come with the barrier, which is pretty nice. Because really, I feel like this army needs some more substantial melee punch, and short of a soul grinder, like adding some of those, which I can't, which is what I would rather do. I can't add soul grinders. I also would like to replace my pink horrors, so unfortunately this is just going to leave me stuck here for an unfortunate period of time at the moment. I'm going to go ahead, though, and begin some of the replacement. I'm going to sit here for a few turns. I'm going to go ahead and get a couple of units. So this will add a little bit more melee power to our army with these knights. And then it will also give us some options. So, yeah, the Screamers will be better. Or, sorry, the Horrors will be better, too, in the end. I almost feel like we need Patchy all the way across the map in a big hurry. Come back and kind of face Cathay. Let's go ahead and end another turn here. They want military access. They are at war with Cathay. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So let's agree. I think. Make sure of something here. I don't recognize this faction. This feels okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. And plus, I mean, we can always just change our mind later, because then it's just thematic with who we are at this point. Changing the ways constantly. Okay. Alright, Patchy. Oh, good. This settlement got raised by corn. So that's going to take away further access. I mean, that should gimp Kislev's ability to attack us. They are feeling the heat. So that should be good. Switch over. We can't teleport. Insufficient winds of magic power reserve. How much reserve does it take? Magic reserve to move must be 40.
Eternal Scryer.
What do we got here? Can't we change? -5, +10, +5. Okay, so see, it's very strong in these places. I don't think it's connected, though. Right? Yeah, I can shift some of that over. There we go. Kind of spread some of that out a little. Maybe that'll help.
Change is coming.
Tell me, wins magic power reserve, casualty rate, distance. Current 20 plus 11. Just a little too low, so unfortunately in this province I'm not going to be able to teleport, so we'll just have to put to sea.
Tzeentch's design.
And the trespassing, I just don't care. I'm gonna go for it. So I need to get back faster. I think I'm gonna take Patchy north to help Finn. I just don't trust Cathay long run, nor should I. I mean, as a Chaos Monogod faction, I can't imagine that anybody in their right mind is going to be okay with us being right here on their back doorstep. Like, it's just, it is not going to be okay. $16 grimoires per turn. Not gonna really focus on the grimoires here, just not sure if that's worth it. Let's go ahead and keep building up our income slowly but surely. We don't really need a lot more growth here. The berry replenishment is nice. Some of those buildings may not be 100% necessary anymore. Okay, how are we doing at City of Splinters, by the way? Wow, it's actually climbing in public order. What the heck? I'm not gonna know what to do anymore. There we go. Always happy to have a little bit of help rather than the opposite.
Into my
Well, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just skip a little bit of turns. Finish this. Well, actually, no. I need to get to your comments. Great. I was saying I don't know how much time I'll have to recruit before we end up having to deal with this, and looky. The bear is already on our case. You don't get much reprieve from that thing. Tenuvane says, haha, I think people are worried about you going full burnt out rage like Legend. If you teleport attack with the Tzeentchian army, you'll be in an ambush. It's incredibly useful. No, I don't have a burnout rage for the game. I don't know if Legend does, but apparently it does from what you're saying, so I'll take your word for it. No, I don't have a burnout rage with the game. I haven't uninstalled it. I'm not playing Warhammer 2 again. It definitely needs some fixes. I think this upcoming patch is going to fix a lot of issues for people. Like, I think it's going to be a big move in the right direction. Now, does it bring the game population back? Maybe. First of all, I don't know what the population of the Total War games typically behaves like. If anything's going to bring back a significant population for a significant amount of time, it's going to be either DLC or the new Mortal Empires map. Immortal Empires has kind of been unofficially dubbed. So I think only one of those two things is ever, at any time, going to bring back a substantial portion of the population that you had at launch. It's pretty typical for these games to fall off over time, and I think especially so when you don't have a sandbox campaign environment available right now, which there is not. So, yeah, I think that'll improve, but yeah, I don't have a burning rage for it, but thanks for the comment. The Kill Scribe brings us in the kill count for this one. Tzeentch Rebels still leading the way because of the City of Splinters at 5,525 ways changed, or plot devices as he calls them. The Ice Court is high up there at 5,148. We led to a few more there, so they'll climb a little bit, maybe even into first place here. Korn is in third at 4,632, Nurgle at 4,090. Saberskin at number 5 with 3458, but their faction is destroyed, so their place is pretty much cemented. Ragnar is ending his non-aggression pact with me. Okay, well, thank you, Ragnar. Appreciate you being a turd butt face.
Supreme
It is
sauce.
always helpful whenever fellow Chaos factions just want to make life harder. So, I hate you too. There we go. Holy crap, boy, we got a storm outside. It's lightning here where I'm at. The recruiting is good. Cathay keeps damaging my buildings every turn, so thank you very much, you jerks. And one more. Get my recruiting done, and let's hit another comment here. Thank you, Killscribe. You're the best. Please keep it up. I love the kill list. Cartel says, got a story here. No. He says, Kairos Fate Reaver, the burb of past and future sight. You'd think he'd eventually pick up on his banners being left at home. No, that's not Kairos. See, you're blaming him. That's me. But one of those banners is utterly feckless because it just adds magical attack, which all of our units have anyway. So, in any case, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And it says, let's keep reading here. The great Fate Weaver might be stressed by the changing of ways. Someone should help him. Maybe Crowboy. He's acting as Kairos' eyes in the present, after all. No, your comments do help me, though. And I did take care of the banner this time. There was one banner that was useful. I applied it. And I just continued to ignore the other one. Thank you, Kartal, for reminding me, though. Appreciate it. Back into some more comments here. How about Dersanji says, imagine changing your way from changer that changes ways as well for his change of ways. Okay, that is changeception right there. What a nice outcome of way changing back to my regular live schedule. P.S. Masterpiece of a video. As always, Arrow. Thank you, dear Sanji, though. You lost me in the changing of ways, but that's the way it's supposed to be when it comes to changing of the changing of the changing of ways. And so it just is what it is. Was that as much word salad and as confusing as any politician's speech you've ever heard? I mean, I'm impressed, to say the least. Alright, so let's keep running Patchy back north. Help contend with the ever aggressive forces of Cathay. Oh boy, does he have a walk ahead of him. Very slow replenishment along the way, I might add, as well. So we finished some of our recruiting. I'd like to go ahead and replace these 3 pink horrors as well with exalted pinks. I don't know if that's going to happen in time for the upcoming rifts, but we'll see. Anyway, it's been a good episode. I've gotten to some of your comments. We've made some progress, although the progress has been mostly just me getting a new army set up. But hey, this is all part of a campaign. That's just how it works sometimes. Let me grab one more of these here. Let's see. Bran says, Tzeentch changing the control of Karak Doom twice in one turn. That's right. There's always changing. Boy, wasn't that a screw up on my part, though? That was magnificent. It takes a real talent for me to be able to do that stuff. And then Steven says, will you give up enough favor to upgrade the Valerate to a level 5 settlement so that you can add some higher tiered units like Lord of Change? Yes, I'm planning on it. I'm curious whether I have the growth. If so, we need to save cash for a few turns. I do have the growth. We do lack the cash. So yeah, I'll need to save some cash for the next few turns. In fact, we can go ahead and end another turn here. I bet the rifts open now that I just committed to 4 turns of recruitment and got rid of my pinks. Let's watch and see, but I almost guarantee you that's what's going to happen. A non-aggression pact. Yes, I don't want any more ogre enemies at the moment because Cathay is getting quite powerful. Yep, the rifts are here. Perfect / imperfect timing. We've got the realm of Slanesh and we've got the realm of Tzeentch that we need to visit, both of which can be tricky and you need to be ahead of the enemy on. And while I was recruiting, look who showed up with a freaking army of artillery and stuff too. Wow, this is just annoying timing. And then we've got rifts all over our land. They're going to be spawning armies in trouble. So, yeah, this is about to be a whole big mess. I almost just kind of want to take up position here with Patchy for a turn or two because Cathay has managed to stay away from me for at least a little while. I'm going to need to grab an agent here if we can. I am tapped out on agents too. Sweet. That is perfect. So I do not have agents to go start closing rifts unless I take one out of the army. But I have, and I suppose I can do that.
Reshape new places.
Start changing or closing some of these portals. Oh, my whole army moved. How annoying. Alright, well, we'll start here next time and I'll fight this one. I hate that whenever I go to move an agent and it just goes ahead and moves my whole army anyway. Really irritating. You gotta make sure you're selected and like hit that a couple of times. Anyway, we'll deal with this one later. HeirofCarthage signing out for now. I will see you next time.